Hi, in this verse, I will mention fasting in the Quran and forgiveness. And we have to see why fasting is used in the Quran and repetitively. So here, this is the most radical example of fasting, and let's see. I will explain why this is the most radical one. No believer shall kill another believer unless it's an accident. If one kills a believer by accident, he shall atone by freeing a believing slave and paying a compensation to the victim's family. So paying money, freeing slave, unless they forfeit such a compensation as a charity. If the victim belonged to people who are at war with you, though he was a believer, you shall atone by freeing a believing slave. If he belonged to a people with whom you have signed a peace treaty, you shall pay the compensation in addition to freeing a slave. If you cannot find a slave to free, you shall atone by fasting 2 consecutive months. So the thing, as I mentioned, as radical is here fasting. So this is the biggest sin, right? No believer shall kill another believer. So I think killing a person is itself a traumatic experience, and it is if it is even an accident, it's still traumatic because, like for example, let's assume the traffic accident, but somehow you caused it and you feel guilty about it, and such guiltiness is a very big factor for someone to live their life. They feel depression, they feel guiltiness. Interestingly, the solution was here mentioned as fasting 2 consecutive months. So fasting 2 consecutive months can change our brain, but I don't know how it can cause people to feel less guilty. But it will actually help them to control their own behavior and maybe like just reduce the addictions. So it will make a person more like they're in control of their life and things are not changing that fast. So another interesting thing I want to mention in this verse is that freeing a slave is sort of giving someone a life, and then they have right to make a choice. So otherwise, if they're slave, they don't have much choice in life. God will judge them differently. But if you free them, then you give people a choice, and it is so it is it is the opposite of killing someone. So giving someone freedom means you are making other person free. You're saving them. You're giving them options in life. So this is interesting. So I think further studies should investigate like how fasting can help people to forget those bad memories, and like we God wants people to fast for a month in a year, and then so that how such thing can help people should be investigated further in relation to psychological change. So that is what I want to mention in this video, and thanks for watching this video. And if you believe I have made some mistakes, please correct me, and see you in the next video.